seems like two women are in this video are sabotaging themselves. It seems like that's what it seems like.
Let's get right into the video.
Men want everything but the actual fucking relationship. I'm so
We started off crazy. We started off straight from Dooneyland. We started from the checkpoint of Dooneyland and Gulag Land, and then, you know what I'm saying? Gulag location beat. That's exactly what just happened. The title alone, it was kind of tough. I said we expected someone to sold, but she sold and fold. That's tough.
exactly. I'll just be like, so you want me to cook for you? You want me to cook for you?
Yes, bro. Would you not want to cook for somebody you love? She's dragging it out. It ain't no way. Ain't no way. He's crazy, bro. Oh my god. Somebody selling. He is straight bugga. Straight bugga. Now, appearance wise, like I always say, ain't no one ugly. You know, so that's thrown out the window. You know, we're gonna talk about more on their mindset. You feel me? Where their mental is at, where it's located. Is it in the maze? Is it in the rainforest? Is it in the Gulag Land? We don't know yet. We have to see. But so far, it's
you want to come wash your clothes, but you not trying to have me be woman. Like,
how do you feel about if a guy asks? So
what? That's crazy.
Let's hear both of their point of views. How can a man make a girl or their girlfriend, like let them clean for them, make food and wash laundry, right? She's saying that those three things women shouldn't have to be expected to do. And let's see what the other point of view is.
But you not trying to have me be woman. Like, what
how do you feel about if a guy asks? So
what? That's crazy.
If a guy asks you something, if a guy asks you to do something, and you're like, "Oh, where my ring at?" and you ask a guy to do something, and he's like, "Well, how you think the ring gonna come?"
You know I'm non-traditional.
I'm starting to see something here. It took me a minute to digest, but usually the reason why it took me a little longer to digest than most people is because when I digest, I don't do a quick scan. I'm doing full analyze from the in and out, starting from within. And we starting off from girl number one. She's obviously hurt about her past experience with a guy, and she's talking about the things here, cleaning, cooking, and doing laundry. She probably did that for some dude, or a dude try to get her to do that, and she wasn't buying it, probably because their relationship, how their communication was straight up midtown, and their ability to solve a problem together, cooperating without any conflicts or arguments. Straight up Gulag Town. That stuff is from Midlands, straight middle of the Midlands, bro. These are Midlanians, right?
So I don't feel like I have to cook for you. For what? Cook for your damn self. You got feet, right?
So you don't feel like you.
And you know my mom can't stand when.
Hold up, and we got this beautiful caramel individual here. You know what I'm saying? Sophisticated. I love sophisticated, respectful individuals. You feel me? When they level-headed, and she's on that Midlanian case.
Like, well, how you think the ring gonna come?
You know I'm non-traditional. So I don't feel like I have to cook for you. For
Let's
what?
hear what she has.
Cook for your damn self. You got feet, right?
So you don't feel like you.
And you know my mom can't stand when I used to date Kenny. My mom can't stand when I didn't fix his plate. He got legs and feet. Get your ass up and fix your own plate. That's so bad, but I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that comes out of their esophagus is straight myth. It doesn't matter how convincing you are to them, persuasive. The Midlanian blood is strong running through her veins. You feel me? It's just,
you don't feel
it's
like
tough.
You have
tough,
so
man.
If you cook for your man, you don't feel like you have to take up
Tough.
his plate.
No.
Oh,
I would no listen, Linda. I would do it. I would make his plate. only because I feel like it. Don't be like, oh, go make me a plate, nigga. Who you talking to?
See what I'm saying? The guys she's experienced, bro. They probably said something, was trying to get her to leave that, and they sold, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? That's if she feels some type of way about that. But you can't categorize, you know, every guy as to trying to get you to do that. You know what I'm saying? You will do that. You know, because that's just how love works. It's unconditional love. When you have unconditional love, like for yourself, what would you do? You will do things that you won't need to, you won't need people to tell you to do or ask you to do this stuff. Like, how would you feel if someone asked you, be like, hey man, shouldn't you be, what you call, doing this or doing that for yourself? Shouldn't you be obvious things that you already should be doing due to the love for yourself? But
very traditional.
It's too traditional for me.
If I'm
you should get it out of her teeth.
I will make you a plate. Like, you don't got to get up and go make it.
This is why we love these type of women. You know what I'm saying? These type of women needs to be on earth more than the ones that we have to deal with. We all deal with those types, and for the men's side as well. There's some men that be out of pocket. We got Chads. They gotta go. We got some Karens. They gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like you got hands, right? He got feet, right?
Back.
So get your ass. And that's understandable. Completely understandable.
That's
but get up and fix your own plate. Like what?
Listen, ma'am, Miss Millennium, residue stuck on your teeth. You just can't do much. You can't do much with these folks. You just can't.
I think it's because it's too traditional for me. I don't like being submissive. I don't like feeling like I'm just like gotta cater to you. Like it's so.
You're catering to yourself, aren't you? That's how it's supposed to be when you're catering to someone else. When you're catering to yourself, you're doing it out of love. You're doing it out of respect, right? Now, if you have respect for someone else, you have love for them. So whichever type of love, friendship, romantically, in any way, if you have love for this individual, you would automatically be reasonably submissive to them. Being submissive to someone doesn't mean you be a slave. You don't be like, oh my lord, oh great heavens, I'm sorry I'm late. No, you don't do that. You're goofy. That's not how it works. They just thinking like the craziest thing, bro, scenario, so they can make an excuse.
So bad,
I love
that's how millennials.
It's just like it's too cliche. It's just, let's just start our own traditions. Like, but I've had guys tell me like that's toxic because I won't make you a plate. You fucking kidding me?
I mean, if that's what they view, then just respect and move on. It seems like she just know when to leave. So it's barely holding any chromosomes, and there's barely any chromosomes up there.
But I'm just saying though.
You say you don't like to be submissive, but what do you call it when you laid up in a pretzel and a man ain't got nothing but his nuts hanging out of you? Just looking like a speed bag, just brr, brr, just nothing but the nuts hanging out. You screaming and calling him daddy, but you draw the line at making him a plate? She doesn't want to do small things for her potential husband because he has hands and feet. And I say her potential husband because if they're dating, I assume they plan on getting married.
She has no potential of any husband at this point with that mindset, but
or they probably shouldn't be dating, and they definitely probably shouldn't be sleeping together. So you don't want to do small things for your potential husband because he has hands and feet. Keep that same energy when you order something off Amazon and he's spending 3 hours on his Saturday trying to assemble it for you. Keep that same energy when an axe murderer walks into your house. Matter of fact, keep that same energy when the boss tells you to go get coffee, because when boss man say go get coffee, nobody says you have hands and feet, go do it yourself. Everybody want to move then. Exactly. If you die today, your boss would have you replaced tomorrow, and you'd rather do things for him than the person that you expect to devote their entire lives to you?
Like, I understand that woman, she's as far as like being herself, she's being herself, which is good, and I'm so glad, you know, she's not on here acting like she is acting like a goof still, but she's not on here portraying herself as another individual, because that'd just be out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? She would have definitely got stomped by every and her issue is she's just not good at filtering, bro.
At this point, I'm almost certain that women who try not to be submissive are just doing it for the sake of impressing other women. The only people on the planet that make fun of women who are traditional or agreeable or submissive are other women. I've never in my life heard a man say, your wife is too agreeable. If anything, other...
That's true, bro. Being submissive, the thing is, being submissive, bro, is actually a good trait. They just making it sound like it's bad, like how a lot of things was made good but sounded bad due to the individuals that were goofy.
Other men will actually admire it. A man will see another man with a submissive wife and say, wow, I wish my wife did things like that for me.
I've had guys tell me like that's toxic.
You benefit more when you're submissive than when you're not.
Get
You need to
mutually.
understand it like
So
this.
the two people can want it mutually, but I do feel like
We're gonna watch something that would be
Okay.
more relatable after this.
a man can't be putting all this effort in, and a woman's not putting.
I'm
it
not, no,
in the
I'm not. I'm
same-
not saying
you
she's
go.
not putting in effort. Definitely, it's a two-way street. We got
Yeah.
a 50-50. But I'm not finna work for no ring. 'Cause
What? She's contradicting herself. That's like saying, I'm not finna smell the onion, but I'm finna eat it. You're gonna smell it regardless. You eating that joint is gonna go through your esophagus, it's gonna come right back up, it's gonna go through your nostrils, in the nostrils, and it's gonna go through your eyelids, your eye socket, and out your ears, bro. It's gonna go all over the place. You're gonna smell that stuff regardless. I don't know what she's talking about. Unless you got a nose plug of the century, then you're gonna smell it
I
regardless.
feel like it's like a transaction or something. Like I feel like I have
No,
to.
it's
I gotta get the ring. Okay, I gotta wash his clothes to get the ring.
Why are you making it sound like it's like a side quest or something? She's making it sound like that joint is a side quest, bro. I bet if you had a kid, if she had a kid, right? She had to take them to school. She would act like that. You'd be like, I'm not gonna take them to school. They could walk themselves. No, you would not be saying that. So stop the cap. Do you love this man or not? Because it seems like you don't love him. So just stop sabotaging yourself. You mid-lanian.
I gotta
No,
cook for him to
and-
get the
and
like.
see
No,
you looking at it as
But for the sake of getting a job, you willing to go to school for 4 years, sink $60,000 in debt for a gender studies degree that, let's just be honest, you ain't ever going to use it. Fill out a resume, go to the job interview to only work 40 hours a week, 365 days around the year until you're 70 years old. And let's just be completely honest, there ain't going to be no Social Security to save you. You willing to do all of that for a job, but you don't think that you have to put forth any effort for your relationship? And that's the problem.
That's the biggest problem. A lot of folks think that and materialistic things is way more important than love, just the word love itself. A lot of people hate that word, shun that word. Now, the folks that do shun that word and hate that word, I understand how they feel, but at the same time, their views are not right. It's straight up wrong. You're straight up, like, you're capping to yourself for one. You're contradicting yourself. But it's understandable that you may feel like love is trash and stuff. Love never lost anyone, never lose to anyone. It's just that this is a reasonable man. He will understand, you're imperfect. There's flaws, there's salts in the sweets.
Relationship just because he enjoys the taste of it. But he does want to be in a relationship, but you ain't going to be with him because he gives you attention when you want it. He gives you money when you need it. And he'll even throw in some manual labor while he's at it. You
See what I'm saying? See what my man just broke it down perfectly.
guy that is willing to drink your bathwater, not even for the sake of being in a relationship, just because he enjoys the taste of it. But he does want to be in a relationship, but you ain't going to be with him because he gives you attention when you want it, he gives you money when you need it, and he'll even throw in some manual labor while he's at it. You know that he wants to be in a relationship, but you're not going to give it to him because he's already giving you everything that you want.
See what I'm saying? This is exactly why she's acting like that. Now let her come around wavelengths like ours. She ain't gonna be acting like a mid-alien. They're not even gonna know she's from mid-alien. Everybody that sees her again, if she was around our wavelength, no one would know or recognize she's from the Midlands off of senseless decisions they make. Shout out to my man Poor Meds.